The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Let me ask you about your pursuit of the president's birth certificate. Is that still going on?
Of course.
Yes,
now it is going. I'm surprised you even had the guts to ask about
the guts
it. Nobody
to ask
else
about?
wants to talk about
Why
it.
not?
Nobody else wants to talk. Ask the media.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, you were on Rusty Humphrey's show, and apparently you made some news by saying the administration was incompetent, that its current dumping of illegals in Arizona is intentional, and then you went to a segment there where you said that you're close to discovering who forged the birth certificate. Do you have any information on that?
No, you can be close, but you know what? I want the facts. I don't go by being close.
Why is it taking so long?
Well, because it's very difficult. I'm not in a rush. I want to make sure I do it right, but I will address the forged and fraud document. I said from the beginning it's a forgery.
How do you know that?
I think I have some experts that prove it, okay? And you talk about going after people with probable cause. If we have the smoke, why isn't anybody at least looking at it?
Because it's been looked at. The president's released 2 birth certificates. I mean, it's a small, he
has never released his birth certificate, never. From day one, I said, give me a photocopy and I'll go away. Has never. So there's much misleading information.
So the president got there, lied, purposely gave what he knew to be a phony document when he released his birth certificate?
Yep. I don't know if he knew about it. I don't even care where he came from. It has nothing to do with where he was born. I'm talking about a fraudulent document, period.
Seems like people like yourself, and maybe you don't like the word birther. I know that's been applied to those who have this belief that he hasn't been honest about where he was born, will not accept anything that the president hands out. He's released first a long form, then a short form birth certificate. Or rather, the other way around, short form, then long form, and it's not satisfied anybody.
That is not the original birth certificate, okay? That isn't the birth certificate.
How do you prove that? Isn't it upon you to prove it?
I think you can approve forged documents. That's a good step forward.
Well, so far it's not been proven they're forged.
Well, let's get to court. Let's get someone to look at it. That's all I'm asking.
But you're claiming they're forged without proof.
Well, I'm a law enforcement agency. What do you mean without proof? When you have probable cause, that's when you move
What's
ahead.
The probable cause that his birth certificates have not been real?
I think we have good expert witnesses. I'm not going to get into more details right now.
Yeah, Mike Zullo is your chief investigator, right? Mike Zullo?
He does it for nothing.
Now, what are his credentials to investigate the president's birth certificate?
Well, what is any deputy's credential? He's got law enforcement experience. What do you want him to have, a master's degree?
I'm just asking an innocent question. I'm just curious to know what...
Just another investigator that knows how to investigate crimes.
Right.
What do you need? Experts that come down? It's a fraudulent document, like you investigate any fraudulent document.
Well, you keep making a claim. Now, if you are doing a fair and open investigation without a predetermined end to the investigation, you would not be saying it's fraudulent. Isn't your goal to find out what the truth is without a predetermined conclusion?
Well, I didn't conclude. I'm saying what our evidence showed, the probable cause, okay? It's up to the courts to make the final decision on any crime.
You keep saying fraudulent, like you've decided it's fraudulent.
As far as the evidence, I'm concerned that it's fraudulent.
Can you share any of the evidence with us?
To be proven. The what?
Can you share any of the evidence with us?
No, but because of you bringing it up again and people want an answer, I presume when the right time comes, I'll have to go and let the public know what we have. I'm not going to hide.
What are you waiting for?
I'm not going to be premature because we're not done
What
yet.
else do you need to be able to make that assertion and share your evidence with the rest of the public?
I'm not going to get into that right now. It's a pending investigation, ongoing, let's put it that way.
Do you have a time frame within which you will come forward and tell us what you know?
The time frame is only when we're comfortable addressing any new information.
Are you sure that you're going to have that information at some point?
I hope so.
But you're not sure.
I'm not using politics. I guess if I was using politics, I would have come out with this sooner, but I want to make sure that we have the right information and not just do this like some people say for politics. So I'm in no rush. I want to get to the bottom of it.
All right. He's only president for less than 2 more years. You got 2 years to do it, right? Well, he's still in office.
Doesn't matter. What's that got to do with a fraudulent document is a fraudulent document. Well, who cares how long you're in office or not? That doesn't matter.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.